Wondering which careers are in high demand in Germany right now, or whether it's even the right time to apply as a foreigner? Let's talk about it. Hi, I'm Sarika, and over the last few years, I've helped hundreds of international students and professionals kickstart their careers abroad, especially in European market. So today I'm giving you a clear picture of the German job market in 2025 and also the list of the jobs which are in high demand right now and companies hiring. Here's the reality. Despite the global uncertainty, Germany is facing a massive skills shortage with over 1.7 million job vacancies across key sectors like IT, healthcare, engineering, finance, and many more. Yes, Germany's economy has slowed a little bit, but it's not in a full-blown recession, and employers are still actively hiring qualified foreigners, especially in skilled professions. In fact, new immigration reforms are making it easier than ever for non-EU candidates to apply. So, if you are an international student, a skilled worker, or someone considering a move to Germany, this video is your roadmap. Let's dive into the most in-demand careers and industries in Germany right now and what you can do to land one of these roles. But I'm not doing this alone. I've invited a special guest, Vishal, who has been living in Germany for the past 7 years. So without any further delay, let's get started with today's video by introducing you guys to Vishal. Hi Vishal, welcome to Your Knowledge Buddy. And if you don't mind, can you please introduce yourself to my audience once again, please?
Hello everyone. So my name is Vishal Mishra. I originally come from India, from Kolkata, and currently I am living in Germany. So I came to Germany in the year 2018 for my master's in embedded systems, and I graduated in 2020 with my degree, and then I started working full-time in Germany as a software engineer in the automotive industry. So currently I am working at Daimler Trucks AG, which is basically the heavy vehicle segment of Mercedes-Benz trucks and buses, as a diagnostics and cybersecurity engineer. And this is basically, I'm in this company in this role from last 4 years now, and this job is related to my master course. So that's why I find myself fortunate that I was able to connect my studies to my jobs. And apart from that, apart from work, I also, along with my wife, we also make videos on Instagram on our channel Live Tweakers, live_tweakers, where we showcase live study work aspects specifically to Germany, because I think Germany is, let's say, from the last 5 years, a quite hot destination for international students, but you only see the bright side of Germany on social media. So we try to show you the real mirror, that what's the current situation, what are the hidden aspects, what you should look out for before you pack your bags and come to Germany. So this is, let's say, a kind of stuff we do to give the right info to the people and make sure they have the right decision. So that's basically all about myself, and thank you, Your Knowledge Buddy team, for having me today in this video.
Okay, so Vishal, you said you are in Germany for last 7 years, right? So I couldn't think of anyone other than you to cover today's topic, which is about the most demanding jobs in Germany now. So if you don't mind, can we get started with, say, job number one? Which industry, what kind of jobs, which is in demand? And then, of course, I'll ask you lots of questions.
Yeah, so Germany is traditionally, I would say, a country which is focused on manufacturing and automotive. So these two are the biggest pillars of the German economy. So jobs in terms of manufacturing, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, and if you move to automotive, you have software developers, embedded systems. And that's why I came to Germany, because I did my bachelor's in India in electronics. I worked in India before coming to Germany in a German company, Bosch. So that's why I was my gates were somehow open through Germany. And that's how I decided to move to Germany to pursue my master's in electronics field, because that time it was considered as a hub in this sector. So traditionally, the most in-demand jobs in Germany are in production, manufacturing, and automotive.
Okay, so if people have to apply for the jobs, can they also apply sitting in India, or they got to literally be in Germany in these sectors?
It can be both way around. So Germany has, from the last year, they have introduced a concept known as opportunity card, where you can come to Germany as a job seeker and you get 12 months of time to search for a job directly being in Germany. Other than that, you can also apply for jobs directly from your home country, irrespective where you are located. There are some specific format and way you have to apply for those jobs, but that is also technically possible.
Okay, so if they have to apply for the jobs, what job sites do you recommend people to apply?
I think the standard job websites are quite known to everyone. So LinkedIn, Glassdoor, Stepstone, those are basically the standard job sites where you can apply for jobs in Germany. There is also something which is basically known as LinkedIn of Germany. It's called Xing. Xing. So there you get many local jobs or jobs from small companies who cannot afford listing in big platforms. So Zing is something also what you can try. But at the end, most of the jobs on the platforms, you will find it quite common.
Okay, good. Thank you. So let's move to the job number 2 or industry number 2.
Yeah, the second would be currently from the last few years or post-COVID, IT and tech in Germany is in huge demand, especially AI and data science is basically where Germany needs a lot of people because traditionally it's not considered as a tech hub like the US. So IT, I would say, is the second most booming job market in Germany. Currently, it is not applicable due to world economic situation, and currently with the war going between Ukraine and Russia, the job market has come down a bit, but hopefully in the next few years, it's going to come back to the same pace. And in that case, IT would be then the second most in-demand jobs in Germany, and especially a lot of Asians. So mostly in Germany, you will find Asians, Indians, Chinese people who are handling the IT part. So IT is also quite needed in Germany at this point in time.
Okay. So IT is huge. There are a lot of jobs within IT. So is there any particular job other than like AI which is in demand, or do you think there are other jobs as well which is not very technical, say business analyst, project manager, scrum master? Even are those jobs in demand, or is it only AI related or software developer related jobs are in demand?
I mean, obviously, when I talk about the IT, I talk about the whole ecosystem comprising of engineers, project managers, and staffs. But in general, working into management fields requires German competence. So they expect you to be fluent German speaker if you want to work in management roles in any organization, whether it's IT or production or manufacturing. So those jobs are also in demand with the expansion of IT, but that comes with a prerequisite that you should have a good knowledge of German in this regard, because you have a lot of business clients, business meetings, outside communication, and that all is done mostly in German. So if you want to apply, for example, my wife is an MBA and she is working in the management field in a semiconductor industry. She was lucky that she got an English speaking job, but in general, all my other colleagues or my other people in my circle who are working in management field are using German in their day-to-day business activities.
Okay. And did she learn German?
Yes. So even if you don't use German in your corporate life, to survive outside, you need German skills. So she also has well-developed skills of German language because she's into management field. And also we are living in Germany and we want to live for the upcoming years. So yes.
Okay, good. Thank you, Vishal. So what is the job industry number 3 on your list?
Industry number 3 would be healthcare facilities, because Germany is traditionally an aging population country where you have people basically on the other side of the 40s or 50s. So a lot of demand on healthcare is currently in attention today. So healthcare means doctors, everything which is covered apart from big positions such like nurses, taking care of old people, basic practitioners. Yeah. So basic,
carers and senior carers as well, because they are taking care of
exactly. Yes. So carers, take carers, nurses, normal practitioners. So healthcare currently has a big void, and they are trying to fill in with people from outside to fill in these open roles.
What about the other side of medical, like say dentist, physiotherapist, or even there are other jobs as well in medical field? Is it only this particular job that you talked about is in demand, or even the other bits as well?
No, everything. So Germany has a scarcity of everything currently because the population has a lot of dependency on the healthcare infrastructure, which is currently not at pace with the demand. So physiotherapist, normal house doctor, we say it in Germany, which is your family doctor, which are basically standard practitioners, dentist, physiotherapist, eye doctors, orthopedics, everything currently is in demand because of huge need in the country. So, but there is a precondition. Your foreign degree is not directly recognized in Germany. So you have to do some certifications, you have to do some tests, and you have to obtain a license to work in the health industry as a doctor. So in my circle, I have friends who are physiotherapists, eye doctor, dentist, and everyone of them had to go through this complex procedure of conversion of their degree and obtain a license, which also takes time. And working in the health industry, you need, again, I'm focusing it too much, but German language requirement in health industry is immense. So you need to be, they call it professional level German, and you need to obtain that certificate if you want to work in the health sector here.
Oh, that is mandatory then?
Yes, it's a mandatory. There is no exception in this case.
Because you're dealing with the patients, the local people.
Exactly, yes.
Or not the local language, it will be difficult.
Yes, and patients you have mostly on the older people who have no idea about English. So you have to be able to communicate with them, and all official documentation, letters, agreements, contracts, everything is in German. German. Nothing is in English. So you should be able to read and do everything day to day in German language.
Okay, interesting. Okay. Do they have to give a German exam as well before moving to Germany for such medical jobs then?
It depends. If you are moving basically with your partner or your spouse, then in this case, you don't need a German language certificate to move to Germany. But if you want to enter the workforce, if you want to enter the medical field, then you have to start this process. And the process is normally like that. You have to do the conversion, and conversion includes writing some exams from your competence field, plus passing this German language test. And only post that you can apply for a license.
Okay, Vishal, one question. So say someone from India who's watching our video who is in medical field, if they have to start those conversion, where do they start? How and where?
If you are talking about converting your license for obtaining a license, then you can only do it in Germany. What you can start preparation as a, let's say, preparing to move to Germany, you can start learning the German language so that when you come here, you don't have to start from scratch. So you can prepare your base level, but at the end, all your official conversion and stuff will be done once you are in Germany. So you cannot sit in India or in your home country and try to get a license. It doesn't work like that normally.
So they need to come on either a tourist visa or they need to come on opportunity card, like you mentioned,
Correct.
to get that done.
Yes, exactly.
That's not great actually, because UK does allow, for example, people like doctors or nurses in India, they can give the exams and then they can move here. I mean, for doctors, they have to come and give the exam in the UK. But for nurses, as long as you have given your IELTS and there are some exams which they need to do, as long as they have done it in India, they can move to the UK. They don't have to be physically present in the UK to give those exams. I don't know.
Yeah. So when you come to Germany, you have to keep this point in mind that Germany is a strong bureaucratic country. So there is a lot of bureaucracy involved in doing everything or anything. So that's why they are not very, let's say, relaxed with these rules and processes. So that's why it's a bit of time-taking process and it takes efforts to do that.
Okay, good. Great. I'm learning. Okay, what's next on your list, Vishal?
I think the last or the most common requirements in Germany currently is in the education sector. So Germany also lacks workforce in the teaching sector. For example, teachers in high schools, kindergartens, standard school, we call it Grundschule here, which is basically class 1 to 10. And that's basically one of the factors because now population has, there are a lot of expats in Germany and the requirement for sending the children to play school and kindergartens is immense, but the infrastructure is not that built enough. So for example, in a big city like I'm staying in Munich, so getting a place for your children in a kindergarten can take up to 1 year because they don't have that many places available. And this is a real problem which I see in my friend circle. So because they lack schools, they lack teachers who can take care of these kids. So teaching profession is currently also in high demand. But again, your teacher, your B.Ed degree from your home country does not directly reflect or is not accepted. You also have to do some kind of courses for translating your teacher degree from your home country to German standards, I would say. And also schools are mostly in German. So English or private schools are very less in Germany and they're also very expensive. You end up paying around 1,500 euros or 2,000 euros per month to send your school to an international school. So that's why all the families send them to German schools. So there also you are expected to be a master in the language. So it's again the same path, convert your degree, attain a specific German proficiency level, and with that you can work as a teacher in Germany.
And converting that degree, you need to be physically present in Germany.
Yes.
It cannot be done online. It cannot be done sitting in India.
As per today, no, but hopefully in the upcoming years, they realize that this is a big disadvantage for Germany attracting people in these sectors. And that's why currently it's not possible. So you have to be physically here and you have to make sure you do all the bureaucratic stuffs while you are present in Germany. And this, mind you, it takes time. It's not like a week process. It's an years or months process.
They need to fix the process and the system.
Yeah.
It's like I'm talking about a country, I don't know, I'm 100 years back from what you're
Yeah. So you have to keep that in mind, especially if you're coming from India where everything is in the hand available or on a smartphone. Germany will surprise surprise you. It was also a culture shock for me that how less digitalized or how complex bureaucratic Germany is. They have addressed this. So in the parliament, they talk a lot about reducing the bureaucracy, but on ground, it has not happened yet.
I can't imagine, someone sitting in India, if they have to get their degree translated, if they know nobody in Germany, they have to fly all the way, leave their job, or I don't know how much time they can take off. Like a couple of days are okay, weeks are okay. But you said it's a long process. They cannot leave their
Yes.
job completely, sit down in Germany, take a house, rent an apartment, their cost of living, and get that converted. They cannot do it
Yes.
till the time they have like a good support back in Germany. And that's the reason
Exactly.
people will be reluctant to apply. And that is the reason why people are not applying in Germany.
Exactly. So, from my experience or from my circle, what most of the people of these sectors do is something that they apply for a course directly from their home country. So, like a teaching course, nursing course. In German, it's called Ausbildung. It's kind of training. You can let's say translate to English. It's a kind of training course in universities where they teach you the German stuff and how to make your pathway in the German ecosystem. And post this Ausbildung, you can apply for jobs, and then in that case you have less stress of this conversion stuff, but basically you have to start your training or education again in the German system. So these are the two ways. Yes.
Then they have to leave their job and then take that course
Exactly.
there. So
Yes,
for someone who's
exactly.
not ready to take a course, say for example, they just want to get into the job market, it's quite difficult for them.
Yes, especially in these fields like nursing and hospital medical ecosystem, it's not that easy to directly come and enter the job market. So in that case, you are looking to just directly enter the labor workforce. IT and manufacturing, production, automotive would be one answer or one solution. But if you want to specifically enter medical or teaching field, then you have to prepare yourself to grind out and be patient with the German bureaucracy because it tests your nerves. I can tell you from my personal experience of living in Germany for 7 years now.
Oh dear, I feel for you. Okay, so Vishal, so we talked about 5 industry. Is there any more you want to add on, or do you think you have kind of covered the most important or the demanding industry in Germany right now?
No, I think as a foreigner, these are the most important target sectors or target fields you aim at when you want to relocate from your home country. So these are, let's say, the most relevant job sectors currently in Germany. As per today, from the last few years, it's on a declining phase because of recession. So German economy is not doing the best. So technically, from the last year, there has been no growth. So that's why spending is less. Job hirings are reduced. Most of the work has been moved or is being planned to move to low-cost countries like Spain, Portugal, Poland, and Eastern Europe to keep the costs down. But that is only valid for IT, tech, software. But nurses and doctors is something what you need in Germany. But they still have this bureaucracy which you have to basically handle.
Correct.
So hopefully in the upcoming years, when the market situation improves, the job hiring will also take up pace. But currently, I would say it's a bit stagnant.
Okay. Vishal, I have one question. So when, say for the jobs which people can apply from India, like say IT or manufacturing, automobile industry, when a local candidate applies and a foreign candidate applies, say from India, do you think they will still give preference to people who are not in Germany? And if their profile is pretty good, or is there kind of a steering from the government that you need to hire your own local people first rather than bringing someone from abroad?
There is nothing like prefer local above foreign. So it's more about talent. If your profile fits, if the requirement fits, you can be selected. Okay. So there is no standard rule that you should basically prefer locals above foreigners. But currently, as I said, that most of the companies, the big companies, for example, I work at Daimler, which is a hardcore German company. So you might have the skills. The other guy might also have the same skills if you are coming from same background. But again, if you have that spice and flavor of your German language, you are automatically given a preference because technical skill is something what they think. Because I am also now at a higher position in my company, so I also recruit people. It's taken for granted that if you can speak German, you will adapt better and faster in the team, in the work environment. So that's why they prefer candidates who have the technical skills and they have German language skills. But that's not a demotivating factor. Normally, you can apply from outside. There are many people who come directly from abroad. Most of the IT people are outsourced from India or Asia. So you can directly apply apply and try your luck. German language is just a technical skill or a non-technical skill which adds weight to your profile, I would say.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Okay, Vishal, thank you very much for sharing in detail about all the industry and more insights, how people can apply for the job. Any more concluding point before we wrap today's video?
Yeah, one last tip would be currently, if you want to directly move to Germany for work, the best thing, or let's say one of the tricks what you can apply is networking. So currently in Germany, referral system is highly appreciated and pushed forward in the organization. So if you are targeting a specific sector or a company, try to get in contact people who are working in that company via LinkedIn, the standard rule, and seek for referrals. So if you have a referral, your application is automatically considered as a priority. It is taken or looked at first before the other standard candidates. So if you want to come to Germany and if you want to directly go to the workforce, try networking, try the art of cold emailing by directly reaching out to hirers and recruiters. And this way you can leverage or increase your chance in the current competitive market, because it's a lot of competition outside currently, I would say.
Yes,
but you should still try, I would say. Don't give up.
Okay, good. Thank you, Vishal. Thank you for coming and sharing your knowledge with my audience. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you very much for inviting me here, and I wish you a nice evening and all the best for your audience.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, Vishal.
Bye.